Shot Quality Live BetCast. Back to the action. Shot Quality Live BetCast. Let's get the 600 Kiss of Death sprinkle.
Oh no. I give it 2 big goons.
From the basement, from the garage, from an idea. Now, hopefully going to break 1,000 viewers again today. Now,
We'll be out in Vegas.
Gang hits Vegas.
that crunch. When you hear that crunch, it means we're hitting it twice for a better price. Save your heart, right?
We'll be hanging around Planet Hollywood.
Vegas is gonna be awesome though. We're gonna have live shows.
You guys should all come.
If you can trust your data quickly and be correct, you're going to win in this market. And that's what Shot Quality gives you.
I believe we sleep in May, Justin.
That is right. We sleep in May, folks. Welcome into Shot Quality Live BetCast, the only show that uses SQLive data to bet on every single game as it happens. I'm joined, as always, by my cohort, Maximilian Hoffmeyer. To give the people a little wave over there, Max. And, of course, Alec the Moose Musa back again off a decent episode, I'd say. Right, boys? We had a good time last night. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Oh yeah, I mean decent. That's an understatement of the century right there.
I mean, I'll pull it up. I'll put it on the screen. Look, out of 10 bets, I only missed one last night. Kind of fell asleep. You know, these shows kicked my butt a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We put a lot of effort into making sure this stuff goes off without a hitch. So fell asleep, woke up to that Thunder under, doing really nice. The double dip. Moose, you didn't miss a play, bud. So you got the touch. And Max, your only blemish was going against the data and doing what you thought was going to happen, which was Lillard getting in the game.
Portis might have been a little supported, but those bets were made in literally like we were walking out of the door last 30 seconds. I was like, you know what? I'm firing 2 before I go watch this game. But yeah, still not going to complain about that card at all.
No, yeah. And of course, my first play of the day. So if you tune in with us right at the top of the episode, didn't go so great, but everything else went awesome. So, but by percentage, we got to give it up to Moose, who holds the perfect 3-0 number there. So yeah, I think Musa, how you feeling? How you feeling tonight? We got a little bit of a tougher task ahead of us. Go back to the score center here. Both these games, of course, expected to be blowouts, double-digit lines, 12, 13-point closing spreads here. But that's not how they're starting. So maybe we can have a little more fun than I anticipated, which is great news. Great news all around. So let's get started. Where we want to go to, Moose, 100% win rate yesterday. You get to tell us which game.
I mean, how could you not go to the game that's about halftime? 40-45 Boston, at least on my TV. Seems to be the same on the score center right there. Let's go in there. Let's click in.
We are in, my friend, of course, using the Shot Quality Live Score Center to look at every single game with the shot quality expected score. So that number you see there in blue is the score that Musa saw on his TV, 40-45. But what shot quality can instantaneously tell you is that both teams are cold. Both teams are expected to have at least a bucket more. Celtics expected to be leading this by 8. They're only leading by 5, but 11 more points are expected to be scored in this game based off the shots taken so far in these first 22 minutes. So, Musa, what do you like? Are you thinking anything game level, or do you want to see the player props?
I mean, you got a little bit of lean towards the over there. I'm looking at the player props on my screen right now. And, I mean, Kristaps Porzingis has the ice. Then you got some guys like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope who got in a little bit of a scuffle. He has no points.
No Tatum tonight, by the way, for some people might not know.
Oh, okay. Some people like your host who maybe, you know, had to start the show a little late because of some traffic in Manhattan and might not have caught all the news in the league he tends to second because St. John's also had some transfers. So that's cool. Fun day for your boy. Who? Max is in a Xavier sweater. The worst Patino, as he said on Twitter today, I believe.
No. I said we have the best Patino in the conference.
No, that is not what you said. I actually believe you said New York has the better Patino. Yeah. As you know, we take a player from Cincinnati. But all right, whatever. It's fine. I know you're a Xavier fan. It's okay. We'll have some fun with that come November again. We have to do NBA again tonight, begrudgingly. But all right, Moose, you said you want game level total, or what are you thinking? You want to wait
No,
for
I
half?
was saying, the over looks kind of good, but I'm just going to wait 2 minutes. I know Kristaps Porzingis is a little cold, but he's actually having a good game, it looks like. So, just saying.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be him, and it looks like I don't really want to go against Jaylen Brown, but again, Kristaps looks like he just missed another shot. I don't know if we need much more evidence to wait on our first play of the day. Max, how do you feel about potentially starting to show off with a Kristaps Porzingis over on the points here?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I mean, someone's got to pick up the scoring load here. I shouldn't say I know which one I don't want, and that's Jaylen Brown's under. I feel like he might.
Again, I literally said I don't think I can take that given how, he's going to be expected to play. But I don't know. Look, trusting the data blindly and doing everything the data said last night got me like 8 units.
Yeah.
I'm really not going to be upset. I think I might just have to continue with it. Trust the data. We've had that's our 5th NBA episode since switching over. We did 4 in the regular season. That was our first playoffs episode. I think only 1 has been negative. So 2 have absolutely slammed, including last night, 2 slightly positive and 1 negative. So
it's just nice. There's so much more availability with player props, like something that we haven't had the luxury of dealing with,
So let's do it. What are we waiting for? 24 just dropped. 23.5. Kristaps Porzingis just needs to score 10 more points in this game for us to cash our first bet of the night. Let's lock it in. When you hear that sound, it's not a Costco review. It's us locking in a bet. So first bet of the night for Kristaps Porzingis. I'm not even a fan anymore. I can't be. Obviously, New York basketball is, I think, my brand at this point. So, sorry, Kristaps. We're taking the over. He's one of the most skilled big mans I've ever seen play in person. The unicorn name really does fit. Fully expect him to keep shooting over 24.5, -114 at FanDuel.
He was just wide open a second ago, and Jaylen Brown was like, I'm not passing you the basketball. I'm going to go to the line and shoot.
Browns keeps scoring too, but that's a much better number a much better number at FanDuel than DraftKings. Always make sure you're shopping. And if you can, go get over at SportTrade, who, if you don't know about SportTrade, is the presenting sponsor of this show. And after every single time we make our first bet of the night, we give them a big shout out. So Shot Quality Live BetCast is presented by SportTrade. The best data in basketball meets the best prices. SportTrade offers instant in-game betting with half the vig on both live and pre-game lines, with prop bets now available too. Plus, best-in-class support. Available in Colorado, Iowa, New Jersey, Arizona, and Virginia. Get 10% cash back on every bet in your first week, up to $300 cash back, and 1 free month of Shot Quality Bets standard membership. Simply sign up for SportTrade using code SQB and bet $10 on any basketball market. All right.
Good stuff.
Always good stuff. Big shout out to our good friends over at SportTrade. One of the forerunners of the betting exchange industry. Always fun to be represented by some of the smartest people that are pushing the boundaries of betting. And of course, combine what they offer, which is some of the best prices in the industry, along with what we offer, which is some of the sharpest data that, three idiots can come on the stream a couple times a week and only miss. Are we doing a 4th coming up? Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, continue.
But I mean, look, we're college basketball guys. The data can do a lot of the heavy lifting. We are here as representations of the data. We have our own style, our own flair. But at the end of the day, I think, over 150 episodes now, we've proven the potency. And if you can combine it with good prices, it's only going to be more profitable. At least that's the hope. No promises, no guarantees. Please read all the stuff in the disclaimers below. But nonetheless, let's keep betting, shall we? Peyton Pritchard a little cold, Jaylen Brown a little hot, Wendell Carter a little hot. What does anyone have any feeling there? What about just the Celtics to go off go off and get it done. They're expected to be up by 10. They're only up by 8 going to the half, Max. What do you make of that? Do you want to just take the Celtics without their star to do it?
I'm looking at Pritchard here. I noticed Drew Holiday has 3 fouls too, and Pritchard looks like he's getting up some shots. In this one, he's 2 of 7. So I'm looking
Just
at
missed
his
again. And
he just missed
Porzingis
another
missed.
one. Ugh.
Line is 8.5. That's minus 102 over at FanDuel. They're expected to be up by 11. I don't really know if I need much more anything. 7.5 minus 115, 8.5 minus 102. I'm probably going to take the 13 cents for the point and take it at FanDuel for the nice price. So again, that is the Boston Celtics minus the 8.5, minus 102. If you look, you can get 2 cents better than I do now. But that is my second bet of the night. It goes hand in hand. I think if we don't get Porzingis, we definitely don't have a chance. So
I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard here, trying to find his line. I'm going to go ahead and lock that one in. I think
all right.
For my first play of the day, if I can find it. Over 12.5 points here. So hopefully get, 2 threes in a bucket. I mean, he's got 7 shots, so he's getting some volume today. No Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday's got a couple fouls. Hopefully get some more minutes here. So Pritchard over 12.5 points for me to start it off.
All right. I definitely like that. I might wait to get in a little bit more. I know we are at the half, so let's take one last look here. Of course, you can always access that pick sheet by going to the Google Doc any day in your history. You want to go to this site, shotqualitybets.com/betcast. You can click expand on any of the past episodes and click into the sheet. Site needs to be updated for the episodes. I'll get on that for tomorrow. But yeah, Jaylen Brown staring us in the face has the next best discrepancy here. I definitely pause a bit with the 3-point discrepancy. Porzingis was like 5, but Jaylen at 4. I don't know, Musa. Before we jump into the other game here tonight, last call for a Jaylen Brown points under here sitting at 25.5 of juice to the under. What do you think?
No, I mean, I'll just kind of wait until this thing got to halftime. I'm cool waiting 2 minutes, which I did. So I'm looking at Porzingis, Boston.
Porzingis 25.5 now. 24.5 minus 115. So that's what I played. Max not putting up the juice today. It's okay. Minus 115 on Porzingis. You can get minus 108. I think, again, that's fine. You need – oh, no, wait. I got 23.5. So actually, it's moved a point. So you're getting 24.5. So you still need 10 second half points, which is what I was expecting. Did he go 1 of 2 at the free throw line to end the half there? That's funny. I'll take it. 25.5 though. All right, Max, go to you before we go over to the Heat game. What do you make of that 25.5? Will Jaylen Brown be scoring 12 more points in the second half?
I would take the over before I took the under, but because he's on fire, I don't want to, I tried to go against the grain yesterday with my little Lillard and Portis and got cute. So I'm just going to stay away on this one.
Okay. Might be a really good opportunity if he hits 2 or 3 shots in a row at any point to go the other way, right? If he gets a spurt of heat on top of already having a good half, that could be
But he might just keep shooting because he's he's the leader tonight, with their and if it's
sure. But doesn't that also mean he's more likely to incur the negative variance he's expected to see if he's going to keep shooting? If anything,
he just might just get so much volume.
So Kristaps plus 25.5, plus 100.
Over, yes.
Yeah, okay. Just like the
sure.
Siakam? Or yes. Justin calls him Siakam.
That's not what I said. I didn't.
Yeah, it's 25.5.
I did not say Siakam.
I'll save you. And then Peyton Pritchard over 13.5 minus 110.
Whoa. So that line moved during half. We moved that one then.
What did you have? You had
I still see 12.5.
He just has his local shit. I see 12.5 still.
Oh, okay.
What line did you get that you -1? This is like you gotta put there it is, 13.5. Nice. We are
both on
we are
DraftKings.
getting some sway. It's flipping back and forth over at FanDuel, 12.5, -130 and 13.5 even. So depending where you look, that's not a bad sign nonetheless. All right. I'm the only one that took Celtics. It's fine. I understand you guys are playing the props, having the fun. They're up by 3. I just need them to win by 9. So I like that. Expected to have won that half pretty clearly and struggled. So expecting the Celtics to start shooting, see maybe some contributions from other spots. Maybe Derek White. I mean, we kind of wait for those emojis to pop up, but guess what? Our menu's smaller. So we kind of have to investigate these differences on our own. Al Horford is only 1 point off, but Derek White is 2 points off. Drew Holiday is 2 points off. Drew with the 3 fouls. Could Derek White be shooting in the second half? Could that be a potential?
I was looking at Derek White actually. He has 0 threes. He hasn't made one yet. After he just made 7 in game 1.
He could easily hit 3 in the second half.
What?
He could easily hit 3 in the second half.
Yeah, and his 2+ threes before
-146.
It was like +115, Justin, and I was looking at it. And then somebody smashed it, and now it's up to -140.
-200 at DraftKings. Yeah, -146 at FanDuel. You're going to want to lock that in. Let's go. I mean, that's just playing the value.
I'm taking that.
That probably won't last. That probably won't last at FanDuel. I'd imagine they're just going to catch up, or the people here watching will probably remove that line. That'll be a full unit play, and then I'll also take half a unit on Derek White 3 + 3s at +225 at FanDuel as well. Both. I mean, again, it's +155 at DraftKings. This is just distinctly good value. Derek White to make 3 threes +225 and 2 threes -145, 146. That's actually getting better. So, yeah, I'm a little shocked about that line. You guys taking it? What do you think?
I just took that, both of them with you, the 2+ and the 3+.
Mosa, you said no?
Nope.
What's the thought process, buddy?
I just like my 2 plays. I like my 2 cold emoji guys and the points, and just not getting cute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if Derek White's a point away from the cold emoji? You're just gonna let it slide just because it doesn't have it there by the 1 point. Yep. You're not gonna extrapolate that he's gonna also need to be there. That's okay. Okay, fine.
I need emoji. No emoji, no play.
Kunal is tailing on Pritchard and Zingy, as he calls him.
Ew, what is that nickname? It's okay, Kunal.
Now, you could say Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is also a play, because it would be a cold emoji if it wasn't for.
Yeah, you're right. It's a 0 emoji. We didn't talk about that. You're correct.
Good point. I always forget about those.
They are a little bit less. FanDuel isn't moving that line. They're staring us straight in the face. They're saying, "Sure, buddy. Here's -144." They did move the 3+ off.
Now I don't have KCP, so I'm not that I can play him. But if someone else does, go for it. I got Franz, Wendell, Paolo. Those are the only 3 Magic players. Actually, no, Corey Joseph.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his over/under 2.5 -154. Can he hit a 3 in the second half? He is currently 0 of 2 from deep and 0 of 4 from the field. I say yes. I say yes.
I mean, he's averaging 6 points per
game. -154 at FanDuel. Is that what you paid just now?
I'll toss a unit on it. Why not?
Jesus, that's tough. I mean,
I like that, he played 17 minutes. He's played 35 minutes a game. Oh, there's only one other game, but he played 35 minutes in it. He's a trusted veteran.
This might be a horrible bet. I did not put a full unit on it, actually. I did a half.
Says you. I think it's a great bet. Good job, Max.
He's
it's a winner.
He needs to make one shot.
It's you. Would you rather play? So here, you didn't really shop, Max. I understand you jumped. I appreciate the entertainment value. It's -110 for him to make a 3.
Oh, I didn't. I'm on FanDuel. They don't have that one. So
yes, they do.
I would have rather played.
It said player made 3s. It's over half made 3. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope FanDuel minus 110. I think that's the move if you want it.
I mean, he's taking two pointers as well. I'm just going to
I understand. There's other ways, and he can get to the free throw line if he gets fouled in the threes.
And one.
I won't win the bet. And you will. I'm gonna let you have it. I am. I don't know what it looks like for him. What about where are we at with like Banchero, Banchero? I don't know. Do we like them to continue to pour it on? That's an interesting question. Shot quality agreeing with their production, their lines. Banchero's at 28.5, Wagner 24.5. Any thoughts, anyone? Musa, you love Paolo.
Franz is 0-3 from deep too, so that might actually be. He's actually been very efficient inside the arc. That might be.
All right. How are the Magic looking from a good shot standpoint? Like bad shot, good shot.
Good question. They're not taking very many good shots at all, which neither is the Celtics, though, or neither are the Celtics. But a little bit more on the mid-range for the Magic.
26 bad. Yucky.
Yeah, but yeah. No, there's nothing you can really come back from that on. Makes me like the Celtics bet more. Are they going to spam? I mean, Wagner to score 12 points, Banchero to score 14 points is right where they're at right now. I think it's France, honestly, if you want one, over 25.5. I don't know if I'm going to take it. I just feel like they're probably going to try to keep it out of Paolo's hands a little bit.
What was Moose's second play after Porzingis? He played Peyton Pritchard over 13.5 points.
Sixth man of the year.
Did they do those awards yet?
Started, by the way.
Yes, it was. That was officially announced. Sixth man was announced.
Nice.
Could have been me.
Who got Defensive Player of the Year?
I don't think that's been announced.
No, today was Flex Player of the Year. Went to Jalen.
Today was they do it like day by day now, Max. They literally
so they can just milk
stretch it out. Yeah,
they
announce the MVP one day. They're going to announce yes. It's literally it's something. I'll leave it at something. All right, you see the plays: Porzingis, Celtics, White making threes. Oh, was it 220 or was it 2?
Whoa.
It was 220.
Yeah, it's 220.
Yeah.
The Cavs are getting hot while we were talking about this game.
All right, well, let's go hang out with the Cavs then. Right around the same point that we entered on the Boston game, coming in on the Cavs game here. It's a little bit different. We got both teams hot. No one took that under, by the way, in the Boston game, or the over. Sorry, both teams a little cold, but I guess it was more towards the Celtics, so that's fair. All right, let's go tap in with the single view over here. Cleveland Cavs, Miami Heat. Cavs absolutely running away there. What?
I'm taking under 214.5 in this game. They are on fire, and it's like only 2 points higher than the pregame total, which means these are long possessions. Like they just got to cool down a little here.
I'm gonna do team total on the Cavs under. I think that's where you want to go.
I don't know. I'm just hoping they run away with it and take the air out of the ball. And
I understand. Team props. Cleveland Cavaliers score under 116.5 on DraftKings. Let's check the other one. Sorry, I'm dipping out of frame here to grab my phone because it's plugged in tonight because I was out at dinner. That's what's going to happen when you're trying to make everything work in life, eh? But all right, team props under 116.5 minus 112 for the Cavaliers. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead, lock that in. And I'll tell you why I like that a lot. We've seen these games kind of drop off the end of the cliff at the end, right? And if they're up, guess what? Those points are just potential possessions to drain the clock with and ensure your victory, right? So I like the Cavs getting hot, and I think this is a good play. So just trust in that.
Who does the winner of this series play? Do you know?
The 4-5. The winner of Pacers and Milwaukee. Sorry, I guess you don't care at all about the NBA. I forget.
Yes, he does.
I'm at least.
I know who's playing. I just
No,
don't.
I don't think Max has. What do you have a team, Max? Like, what's your
No.
NBA team? Right, like he doesn't even have a team. So, like, at least you and I have the Knicks and the Suns.
Who's JP McCurra play for?
Cavs and Pacers. I mean,
I figure you're right there. I would assume it's probably Cavs. If you
I'm
had
actually
to.
closer. I'm closer to the Pacers.
Indianapolis.
You want to become a Suns fan?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm an Indiana Fever fan, actually.
That's
Fever
fair.
fan.
That's fair. You saw she was Caitlin Clark was at the game
Yeah.
yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
telling them to punch a
They're
Milwaukee
fun.
person.
They're so. I do like watching. I mean, both these teams are fun.
We'll be here for all of WNBA season, so come hang out with us. We'll be live betting WNBA player
Dude,
props.
I've already got a
fully got equality going on here. You know, we will be doing the exact same thing for the W, and I am proud of that. We did well.
Very large position on Caitlin Clark MVP. Justin.
Oh, I like that. I mean, it's come on. I think they like kind of if she plays up to it, they got to give it to her after what happened last year in terms of like, you know, the crowds kind of coming after her and she absolutely dominating at every turn.
And they'll have the wins this year probably.
Right. Then the team looks better. Right. I agree. Anyway, we got some NBA to talk about quickly, which stands for Musa NBA.
Yep.
Moose, we got a lot of emojis, buddy. They're your favorite thing. What are you making of this? Is Haywood Highsmith going to cool down? Is DeAndre Hunter going to cool down? We just took some unders. So everybody's hot. No one's playing defense, especially on the Heat. What do you think of this?
You would think an Eric Spoelstra-led team would have a little bit more fight in them. I'm thinking that I might look.
They're on the road. This is game 2, right? We're not in game 3 yet. Okay, so it's again.
But dude, game under, team unders, player unders. There's a lot of unders in this game that are going to be played here shortly. That's how I see it.
Yes, so that's why I played the game under first. So the game under for the team side first. I don't know. I think you get to this point, Haywood Highsmith. When do you start to just say, all right, this dude can't miss tonight, and we're just going to expect him to keep bombing away because he's the guy who's got the hot hand?
No,
I don't know. Bam Adebayo, I expect him.
Sure, not Haywood Highsmith.
I feel like this is probably a spot where, like, again, do you pump the brakes on a Bam Adebayo bet because is he just going to sit the second half, like the fourth quarter? Is he not going to get the minutes he needs?
Dude,
How did this team get out of the play-in? This is just not a good team, but like Heat culture, baby. They just win.
Who'd they beat? The Bulls?
They're not a good team.
They won 2 games. They beat the Bulls and then they beat the Hawks. Yeah.
Not a great look for Hawks supporters. I will say that. Not like fans. I don't care about fans. I care about people who probably were like, "Oh, the Hawks will get out of it." Because there were some people saying the Hawks, because the Hawks lost 2.
Dude, I cannot stand watching Trae Young. I absolutely cannot stand watching him.
It's not nice.
I feel like you could say that a lot about most of the undersized guards in the league. And as a Knicks fan, I cannot complain tonight after what happened yesterday.
What do you mean, Jalen Brunson?
Yeah. I mean, look, is getting the defender off their feet an art in the NBA where it shouldn't happen? Sure. Is it a disgusting form of basketball to watch at every level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Right. No, of course. It's good. It's good. It's a solid hoop. Yeah.
As a guy who's always looking for an edge, I'm not going to fault another guy looking for an edge in his craft, but doesn't mean I have to enjoy it.
Sure, it's like our bettors. Is it pretty? No. Are they going to get their points up? Yes. Fine. You want to sit on Odds Jam all day and hunt for advantageous lines and pick off books against each other? Fine. Sure. Are you betting? Yes. Is it pretty? Are you proud? Sure, maybe. But is it art? Is it really art? Have you lost the soul? I'd argue yes.
NBA players are really good.
But cash is cash, bro. I mean, who gives a shit? right? That's what we're getting at. The ends justify the means when it's financial. But anyone want a Strus under? Anyone want a Sam Merrill under? Anyone want a DeAndre Hunter under? I think you got to go with Strus. And I'm going to check out the Bam Adebayo lines. If it's going to happen,
fade a fellow Max. I do not fade a fellow Max, so I have to pass on that.
That's a stupid thing to say. I've never looked at a player name when making a play. I'll tell you that much.
It's because you have a stupid name like Justin.
My phone is absolutely frozen, by the way.
Jaylen Brown, 2 for 2 from deep. Start the second half.
FanDuel absolutely bricked right now, bro. Look at that. You see that not scrolling?
Yeah.
Not fully unresponsive. Phone's just okay. Come on, buddy. You guys want to try to make some bets while I struggle here? Anyone got any takes? Musa? Anyone?
Yeah.
We got an audience to entertain here, boys. What are we doing? What are we liking?
Hey, I got 5 plays. I love this under though. I'm thinking about.
Yeah, we're approaching. I'm gonna take game under. I'm gonna take a lot of stuff here. I'm just gonna.
I mean, look at the Celtics out to that hot run early, baby. That is now a 10-point expected deficit with an actual deficit of 10, and it only took 2.5.
Derek White hit one of those threes.
It would be right now then, because no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. Wait, does he hit it here?
Yeah, Derek White is.
There's Derek White for 3. He missed.
No, he didn't. The live line for the Celtics is now 15.5.
Yep.
11-2
funny. Start to the half. Good call.
That's pretty funny. Do you go back in though now and say, all right, that's enough for me? It's supposed to be 5-4 start to the half, and thus get me out and give me a 7-point middle at 15.5.
Nope.
No, you just take the money and run.
3 and missed. That was your chance.
I just think there's potential
Kristaps!
for more of a middle. I could see them really running away with this third quarter.
So, well, then you don't need the middle.
Why would you middle it, though? Shot quality saying they should be up by 11.
No, well, here's why. Because look at this number right here, Musa. They're 6 points performing above in a 3-minute sample. They're obviously not going to keep that up. Maybe they're going to keep going, but this worked last time. You know, like, I mean, Max, you were literally texting me in the morning. Like, we need to clip the fact that I said what the total landed exactly where I said it was going to land yesterday night for that second game when we took the under.
I think 2 books. One had 237, one had 239.5, and it landed right at 238.
Too much, too funny. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, 15.5. It's a 12-point game. We'll wait. We've been here for half an hour. We'll be hanging out with you live here, Shot Quality Live BetCast. Little station identification on the ones. Shot Quality Live BetCast presented by Sport Trade. I'm Justin Perry. That's Max Hoffmeyer. Alex and Musa rocking with you deep here into the first round of the NBA playoffs. We'll be here all summer. I will, of course, be joined by special guests occasionally. Nope. You can't jump on the table and not come on the show now, Cat. That's a good cat.
Very special.
That's a good cat. Hi, Madison. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Little camera shy.
It's okay. But good start for the Celtics.
Jaylen Brown has now entered double flame territory.
Oh, I don't think I took that play, right?
No, we were all kind of timid.
You were
rightfully so.
All right, well, then let's do it. Let's rip it, boys. And we don't got anything else to wait for. Jaylen Brown, team total. Jaylen Brown, points, over, under, currently sitting 30.5, minus 120. Come on. Under 30.5. Maybe he's got it. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, but the shot quality data says to take the under. Anyone else aboard the fade, the super hot scorching player train?
Nope. Well, no.
I like it better than when it was 25.5.
Yeah, sure. I'm with that as well. But I remember when they beat
Well, that would have been bad.
Snot out of the Suns, and he kept playing. So I don't think they do the whole.
I do remember that as well. It's not as fresh on my mind because it's not my team that they kicked the snot out of. But checking another, but yeah, FanDuel's at 29.5. I like that 30.5 look. Yes, he's hot. But DraftKings serving up the better number for us here at 30.5. Now minus 130, little 10-cent move, but come on, trust it. Kristaps Porzingis already at 17 points here. Of course, if you jumped in with us, you know he just needs another 7. Live line at 25.5, so we're 2 points above it. The lines on Franz and Paolo haven't really moved. And then let's go back to Cavs. All right. Max Strus.
I'm double dipping here on the under. They're still red hot. I got in too early, but that's okay.
Yeah, you did.
What, you got 222.5 now?
223.5. It looks like it just came down a bunch, but yeah, I looked at it at 223.5. I still like it at 221.5. Got it originally for 214.5.
Joining me, 2.5 under. Minus 125.
All right. And my team total ballooned by 3 points. So all right, that's fair.
Under 222.5. What'd you get, Max?
223.5. Look at the shot selection in this game. They are hucking it from deep. We got a bunch of chuckers in this one.
Shot chuckers, 23.
Cavs are shooting 61% from deep.
Woo!
Derek White.
That's I will take this time to talk to the biggest fans of Shot Quality Live BetCast, which is you here watching with us today. Thank you. During the NBA playoff season on a Wednesday night. I will tell you the next feature that I'm designing for the system. I can't promise you it's going to make it, but it is in design. I am trying to build in some meters that try to show us the regression for the 3-point shooting directly, so that it essentially compares the actual 3-point rate and the actual 2-point rate to the expected, so that it's not. So like one thing we're missing here is like, how good are they shooting from 3? How good are they shooting from 2? And I think a way that we can show it is by like having a hot cold for just 3s, just 2s. And so I'm hoping that
basically,
can maybe work its way in.
Now we're just showing frequency. We want effectiveness as well.
Correct. We have player by player effectiveness. We have shot type frequency, but what about shot type effectiveness? I don't see any reason why.
Right now I have the box score of the NBA game to like reference. Cutting out that middleman would be perfect. Way to use your noggin, Justin. Good job.
This is why they pay me the big bucks. That
make it happen. Implementation.
Porzingis selling. He just had a putback. I mean, no one boxed him out, and he just crashed the glass.
Oh, wow. And the Magic cut it back to 5. I really should have taken that plus 15.5, huh?
KCP shot another 3.
Did he make
made the right decision. He can't shoot, but other than that.
Oh, my gosh. He's 0 of 2 from deep this half. Make a shot.
Don't tell him what to do.
Please.
Dude, the fact that you just needed to make 1 and he's taken 2 already, I think you probably can feel all right.
I just don't like telling him what to do. It's mean. It's a grown man. Let him do his own thing.
KCP's going to get
this game's crazy. 8, and it's a set. Anyone taking this spooky spread on this, though, this is expected to be an 8-point game, and it is a 17-point game.
No. Nope.
Max.
I'm good. I got my unders. I don't want them to come.
Max.
No, I got
Max. Max Strus under 16.5, which seems kind of ridiculous.
Max. We need to get that as a sound effect for.
I'm sorry. What was the Strus line? I got distracted.
16.5.
I think I'm taking that with you.
I'm just waiting for it to unlock. It locked on me. I'm on DraftKings. But
Yeah, I see it locked on DraftKings because they probably heard us yelling about Max. Hi, DraftKings. We love you. Thank you for offering us markets to play on and have some fun with at prices that aren't 45 cents like I get offshore. Truly, like that's not sarcastic. Do appreciate you guys. Max Strus, wow, wait, what? Excuse me. What line did you get?
I was going to get
16.5.
16.5. I pressed the button maybe a little too prematurely there. I might have to take his.
The line
get it?
is 14.5 at FanDuel, over 14.5 minus 186.
How?
So minus
14.5?
186 for him to
He's
score
got-
3 more points.
Take that over. He'll hit a 3 in the second half.
What? They got to fix it. Are they going to lock me out? What happens if
Hold
I try
on.
to take
I'm
this
taking.
line?
If that's the line,
180 now. Yeah,
Hold
I think
on,
I'm getting
pause.
it. It's checking live odds, placing bet. Let's go. Okay. Max Strus, over 14.5 points.
Lucky.
Minus 180.
Over.
Yeah.
I'll toss a unit on that. That's a bad line. You're right.
I ended up getting locked
I
out.
get it. But
Max, I need to change that Max Strus thing because it wouldn't load, but I ended up getting this one. I took Max Strus under, that's right, under 4.5 threes plus 120. Just not to make a 3 in the second half. Maybe he plays the first 8 minutes.
That's the same bet.
you just went against us exactly. What line did you get, though? What line
Plus
did you just
120,
pay?
under 4.5 threes. He's at 4. So you just can't make a 3. We can both hit.
They're not going to both hit.
Yeah.
I think the books are overcompensating.
Oh,
Was
Bill
Was that a
Belichick's
full
in the
unit
game.
play for you?
2
Justin?
years ago, this is 19.5 for Max Strus right now. And now we're seeing the impact of this data. So essentially, I'm calling.
Justin, was that a full
crap.
unit play for you?
Yeah.
I just tossed 2 on it.
The 1.8. Still up.
It's not like they're going to just stop shooting either.
I mean, we clearly don't have that much clouds, so that's good. It's good. The data has more
What are other
clouds.
books offering? I'm curious. What
DraftKings is where I go.
DraftKings
for
locked
over.
it. DraftKings locked it.
That was one of the worst foul calls I've ever seen in NBA history. If you guys are watching,
his name
the
is
game,
Max. He's
that's
hitting
bad.
a 3 in the second half. We're probably going to.
That's gonna be
We're
fun.
gonna
That's gonna be a fun one.
mark that
That's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna post that ticket. That's the ticket I'll post when it's all said and done. That's crazy. All right. I mean, again, the data points to under, but the thing is that like just one shot. And Musa, I hate that play. You should have given me that money.
Well, when it hits, you can double up my money.
I mean, I'll take it. We playing a minus. We're playing at
The books are
160
smart.
off.
They're locking it because it's such a hard bet. The price because
Correct. Good job, Maxie.
I mean, he's going to take at
Yeah.
least 2 threes, probably more.
And miss both.
You don't know. No, you
Interesting.
don't have any idea what his usage is going to look like because it's entirely correlated with the game score. He might not take another shot. He's probably going to take like 2-3 more shots, is all likelihood. And they maybe
It could go all bench the rest of the way.
Right.
Go
You don't
Ty
know.
Jerome,
There's
Merrill.
so much uncertainty with that. I don't hate, again, 14.5, just needing 1-3 minus 180. What was the
4
3
to
for
6 from
you?
me.
Who? 4 or 6? Yeah, he's not going to make another.
No, I mean he's going to look for a shot.
It was minus 154. It might have been a bad line. No, well, that's not true. because we played points. Okay. I'm being stupid. That was just stupidity. Right.
He has
dumb.
not attempted a
You're
two-point
not
shot.
dumb, Justin.
I understand, but again, you got to remember that free throws exist. You could get
I'm
fouled,
just
and that
more informing.
is what
I was just more informing.
I understand.
Then
I get it.
I took it with you, so I need.
Yeah, but we could have gotten minus 154 for over 4.5 threes at DraftKings, is what I'm saying. So we maybe, but again, we have the points contingency that the threes don't have. Is it worth 25 cents? I'm a little concerned it's not. I'll tell you the real truth. To keep it 100 with you guys. But look,
Could bet it again.
haven't sure. I don't think that's the answer. Having some fun, I guess. We'll chalk it up to fun, and we won 8 units yesterday, so whatever. Try not to crucify myself over it. Happy Easter. Again, the thing is for me, Max Strus, that line, this market's just so freaking sharp, right? It's just it's actually a good line. We'll see how it goes. All right, Celtics re-extended that lead back out. We'll check in on that before we get out of here. We are 45 minutes in, of course, 45-minute show. But if you love BetCast, you can't get enough. Of course, you always know to look in the bottom right corner over there. See when the next episode is. And lucky for you, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow night, it'll just be me and Musa for the late night episode there. Maybe Max says hello, maybe drops a wave in early on, but I fully expect it to be a tag team up. Me and Moose will take the late 2 games tomorrow night. It'll be a little doubleheader again, just like this. Lay down some plays, be with you late into the evening until like 11 o'clock at night Eastern, and have a good time with it. But yeah, catch us tomorrow for another episode. We'll probably take the pause over the weekend a little bit. Again, a lot of the weekend NBA schedule is very staggered, so it doesn't really allow for us to do this and have a couple games to switch between. And 1 game at a time is pretty brutal. So expect to see us back during the week in the NBA playoffs for the next couple of weeks and have the weekends off. All right, we'll keep posting schedules, keep talking about it, but we will be here at least tomorrow night starting around 10:15 p.m. All right, guys. Any last thoughts? Any last words to the crowd? We have a good set of bets here. I don't think did anyone want Bam Adebayo to go over as a last play? I'll raise that one up to the group before we depart. Does anyone want Bam Adebayo to get some points?
Nope.
I'm not taking any more action. I kind of hate my card, honestly. I just looked at it.
Okay.
It's very
Why? Talk to me. What
know.
about it makes you? What about it makes you hate it?
Weird. I've got a double dip. I've got a white ladder, and I've got Strus and KCP just to hit 1-3 here in the second half. It's very hit or miss here.
Yeah, I understand. That's how it always is, believe it or not, Max. Whether you feel it or not. I'm going to trust the data for one last play for people who maybe tuned in late, want to get a little bit of action. Let's go. Bam Adebayo over the 13.5, seeing minus 104 available. Minus 104. Yeah, minus 104 over 13.5. Bam would need to score another 9 points here to cash our last play.
KCP missed another 3, dude.
He's just ice.
Oh.
Ass. Sorry, not ice. Ass.
Same thing.
Max Strus staying locked. They don't want to give it to us. All right, get that play on there for me, Max. Yep, Bam over. Play that minus 104. Porzingis minus 115. Celtics minus 102. This is all off the top. Cavs under minus 115. Jaylen Brown under, can't remember. Strus, minus 180. And then Bam right here.
If it's between around minus 110, I didn't write it. I only wrote the egregious ones.
I get it. I understand. I think we've looked at our bets. I think for the first season and a half, our average was 112 across everything, which I think is pretty fair. I think it does shoot up to about 120 117 in NBA is what we found last season. Again, pretty fair, about a 30-cent market, 32-cent market. And that's usually what we evaluate at when keeping our records, to try to keep it as honest as possible. So we don't give ourselves 110 in college. We give ourselves 112, and we don't give ourselves minus 115. We give ourselves minus 117. So we try to be as stringent as possible with our record keeping. So the profit is against what is a fair, wide available line, or at least enough tax on what we're doing here. So, all right, we're going to play the music. We're going to get out of here. We really appreciate all you guys out there trying to hang out with us. We are out here making some of the best betting content we know how to do, keeping it as smart as possible, letting the data do the work. Of course, everything you see here is powered by Shot Quality Bets, some of the most advanced data in all of basketball. You can get your hands on it just by visiting the site, shotqualitybets.com. I'm your host, Justin Perry. For myself, for Max, for Alec Musa. We'll be back tomorrow night for another episode. You're watching Shot Quality Live BetCast, and I hope you watch again tomorrow night. We have so much fun doing this show for you guys. Really appreciate it. Big shout out to our presenting sponsors over at Sporttrade and our amazing data team at Shot Quality, who makes all of this possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.